Hey everybody, welcome to Shooting the Shit with Yankee. As always, I'm Yankee, so let's start shooting. Today's topic is going to be a question for the enthusiasts out there, the gun enthusiasts. If you are a true gun enthusiast, what's one revolver that's a must-have for your collection? Now, I'm not saying this is the best revolver. It could be a gun that maybe isn't the greatest for concealed carry or the greatest for self-defense or even the best at the range. It's just one of those guns that you should experience if you're a gun guy. I want to hear what you all have to say about this. Now, I'll start us off, and I will say right off the bat that I don't think this revolver is the best revolver, because I think that that title belongs to the Smith & Wesson 686 Plus and the 586 Plus, because you get 7 rounds of 357 Magnum in an excellent package, great size, easy to carry, easy to shoot, decent trigger. All those things add up to be the best. But I think if you're a true enthusiast, the one revolver you should absolutely own is a 4-inch Colt Python. Because if you're not experiencing a 4-inch Colt Python, you're not experiencing one of the most refined pistols, one of the most refined handguns you can own. Oh, I forgot to take off the thing. Well, everybody who's watching, remember, you can become a member of the K9 unit if you want to go over and buy one of the shirts. The address was listed there. Let me take that down. I'm not going to start over. I'm going to consider that a commercial. So, yeah, consider that a commercial. But as I was saying, if you're going to be a revolver guy or a gun guy and you're going to have a collection, you're a true enthusiast, a Colt Python should be in your collection because it's just an amazing gun, amazing trigger. It may not be the best for carry. It's a little big if you get a 4-inch. May not be the best for carry because it has less rounds than the 686. But it's got the best trigger, and it's one of the most beautiful guns you'll ever own. So to me, you can't say you love guns if you don't have a Colt Python, specifically a 4-inch blued, if possible. Now let's go over here and see what other people got to say. What's their must-have gun? The one gun you have to have if you are going to claim to be a gun enthusiast. John Heasley said 3-inch Python Elite, beautiful revolver, great trigger. He went a little bit on the shorter barrel and he went with the unfluted cylinder, but same belief system here, same idea. I just love that 4-inch blue. There's just something about it. Ramon D1776 said Smith & Wesson 686 Plus 4-inch home defense and 6-inch home and range. The Smith & Wesson 686 Plus, that's one that I say is probably the best handgun made today. And if you want a revolver for carry, I'm going to say that's the best choice for people, the best overall choice. However, I go with one with the better trigger because I'm someone, I just like a refined trigger, so I'm willing to sacrifice a round. But that one is probably the best handgun made, period, much less best revolver. Edgar Cortez said a 357 revolver, Python preferably, but there are many other good choices. I bought my wife a Ladysmith 32 Magnum for her small hands many years ago. I think we all know why he married a woman with small hands. It makes other things look acceptably sized if they got really tiny hands. But yeah, a 357 Magnum revolver, that's kind of generalizing, but you said Python preferably. So I'm going to pretend you just said Python and agree with you 100%. Mr. Furley said the Smith & Wesson 686 Plus, 3 or 4-inch, never letting mine go. You shouldn't. I got a couple of them, but I like them. I really do. I think, like I said, best gun. I'm hoping we see a little diversity in this, but it seems like there's a certain couple of guns, and however which way people went, best gun overall or best trigger and most historic seems to be bouncing back and forth between two specific revolvers. So I think we are showing here you can't go wrong with either one of those if so many people feel that way. Vidal Travis, I don't know that name. My first revolver was a 2020 6-inch Colt Python. Well, that's good information. And that's also an acceptable answer to this question. I don't know about the 6-inchers. I'm not a big 6-incher fan. I think that's showing off. But nothing needs that long a barrel. But yeah, that's a good answer. Dale Rickety said Smith & Wesson 686 or 586. I'm assuming he means plus. Just because I know he's old. He forgets sometimes that he didn't type the plus. Practical Bacon. 3-inch 357 mag for carry. Too many good models to choose. That's not true. You can choose a model. There are a lot of good models, but there's nothing to prevent you from choosing. I mean, it's your choice. It's your preference. No one can tell you right or wrong. All right, we got another different answer here. And of course, it's from one of our Furrin watchers. He said, Manhurin MR73, best I've ever owned. I think Dale Rickety owns one. I don't know why he didn't choose that. I do not own one. The only Manhurin I have is the MR88, which is an excellent gun. I mean, it is really, really nice. But I do have the 6-inch barrel, which I refuse to carry that gun or shoot it much because, like I said, I think he's showing off. He thinks he's better than me. But I won't have that from a gun, thinking they're better than me. Tim Allen used his 23-month WAP chat. He's been my WAP for 23 months, which, like I always say, must mean he's very, very wrinkly by now. Smith & Wesson 686 plus 2.5, 3, or 4-inch. All hail Phil. He threw in a little plug to his religion there, to his God, Phil, or our protector. I don't know if he's our God. He's our protector. He's our cosmic protector. He's the protector of the celestial watermelon. He's a cosmic octopus, by the way. There's only one Phil. There's other cosmic octopuses, but they exist in other dimensions. He's the one for our dimension. There's probably one out there, Chuck, Bob, but Phil's ours. And you shall have no other cosmic octopus before him. Micah D said 3-inch Colt Python. That's the second 3-inch one we got. Smith & Wesson 4-inch barreled model 27. Those are awesome. Now, they're a little thick for a 6-shot gun, but they're freaking awesome. I have one right back here. It's the Classic Series one. And not only are they a usable gun, a practical gun, a reliable gun, but they're also probably one of the more beautiful Smith & Wesson guns. Especially a deep dark finish, blued finish, and the shape of the gun, the taper to the barrel. It's just a beautiful, beautiful gun. You can appreciate it on many different levels. That was Sparks 68, said Dad. Go Shadow says, can't recommend Smith & Wesson because they refuse to honor my warranty. So Ruger Security 6 357 mag revolver. Well, Security 6 is an excellent gun. It stands on its own. Take down the web page. I don't think you mean web page. I think you meant the little picture I had up of the. But I left it up. I didn't leave it up on purpose, but since it was up, I'm like, I'm gonna count that as commercials beginning my videos. Maybe I'll pay myself some advertising. My channel will make money for once. Give myself a nickel, and I'll be head of nickel. Well, no, I guess if it's my nickel, somebody else will have to give me a nickel, so I'll be up a nickel. Sick Boy said SP 101 2.25-inch double action, single action 357 mag. A lot of people's first revolver. I will have to say, I think I know more people that was their first revolver. Either that or like a 637 Smith & Wesson, like a lightweight J-frame. But I think of the larger 357 Magnum guns, SP 101, I think is the most common for people's first revolver. Kevin Mabry, Smith & Wesson 629 3-inch deluxe. Everyone should own a 44 Magnum. You got that right. Everybody should own a 44 Magnum. Because that's the round that, powerful enough to take down anything, will really kick you in the pants when you're shooting it, if you enjoy that kind of thing. But it's not comically overloaded to where, you're going to plant the gun in your forehead, or it's, hurts so bad you can barely stand to shoot it. It's kind of that sweet spot between ultra powerful handgun and not insane. Mark Lax, Smith & Wesson Model 29, another 44 Magnum. Only Kevin Mabry went with a stainless one, and Mark Lax is going with a blued one. 6.5-inch barrel. Once again, I don't know about that. I like Callahan had. Yeah, he wants to be Dirty Harry. I'm assuming Dirty Harry wasn't intimidated by that barrel. Mark Calkins used his 39-month walk chat, which means he's very wrinkly. Ruger Blackhawk, if you don't have at least one good single action in your collection, it is not complete. And Blackhawk is an easy way to fill that hole. It's not just an easy way to fill the hole, it's a great way to fill the hole. They make great modern single action guns. I mean, a lot of people who might not like the Caros or single action armies will still like a Blackhawk because it's a different experience. Crazy Pitbull 16 says, what's your top? Well, that's another question for another day. Maybe we'll use that as a topic, because he says, what's your top 3 range guns? We can save that for later, or do that as a topic of another chat. Let me say top 3 range guns. We might not do top 3, but we'll do top range gun. All right. Leonidas 1236 is our final weigh in here, and they said Smith & Wesson Model 19, or no, wait, Model 29, Model 19. I don't know why I got that on the brain. I got a Model 19 blue. Model 19, no, Smith & Wesson Model 29 blue for him. Well, both the 29s are blue for most people, actually, I think, because they'd be a 629 if they were stainless. But yeah, that's a good choice. And it's not the first time we've heard it on here, but still an excellent choice. And I actually do like the blue models, I think, a little better than the stainless. Although I will say stainless is better overall as being more durable. You don't have to worry about a finish or worry about rust or pitting or anything as much as you do with the blue one if it starts to wear. So if for a shit hit the fan gun, stainless is definitely better. But for just overall looks, blue is always better looking. I mean, when I look back here at my wall, you'll see there's a lot of stainless guns. And then there's some guns that are just black. But there's very few really good, nice-looking blue guns. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of all those, there's like 5 really nice blue guns on that wall. And that's it. So it's really hard to find a good, nice-looking, functional blue gun these days. But that's it for today. I want to thank everybody who participated. How about you out there in YouTube land? What do you think is one revolver you have to have in your collection if you want to call yourself a gun enthusiast? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to weigh in on one of these chat topics in person, come to our live chats. We do them every day at 6 p.m. Pacific. And that's every day. I don't get a day off. So come on in and try to keep me from getting depressed and slitting my wrist. Because like I said, every day. So come on in, let us know what you think about a topic. Stick around till the after chat where it's an open chat and you can talk about whatever you want. And starting last night, twice a week, we're going to be doing the No FUD Zone, where a few of you join me and we discuss these subjects together. So maybe if you want to come in and actually be in the video, discuss a topic, feel free to come on in and let me know. Once again, though, thanks to everyone who participated. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Until then, remember, everybody out there, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.